Okay. Okay, are we live?
Are we not live right now? Yeah, we are live. We are live right now. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we are live right now. Yeah.
All right. So, just setting things up. Should have set this up earlier. All right. Don't know if anyone's going to bother joining in. Just wanted to give a quick report. Might as well. Just hold on a minute. Bear with me for a moment. Right there, I just need to address something. Pardon me. Just had my lunch. Very nice lunch it was, too. All right. Don't know if anyone's going to be bothered joining in, but you know what? Probably going to be worth the time. Worth the effort, worth the time. Anyway, whatever the case, let's not delay any further. Let's just get straight down to business at the stage. Right. So, still getting used to this. So, just wanted to address that. Yes, there has been rumors of this live-action Legend of Zelda adaptation, and rumors are going around that it's going to be a trilogy. According to this article here, live-action Legend of Zelda film is going against Sonic 4. That's a new kind of Barbenheimer trend. Now, that's going to be fascinating to see. Apparently, from what I've heard, this Zelda movie is going to be aimed for 2027, which probably the same. Okay, let's see. March 28th, Nintendo announced via its new app, Nintendo Today, that the film will be released in cinemas on March 26th, 2027. All right. They got 2 years. Don't goof this up, please. This is a week after the release of Sonic 4, which is slated for March 19 release on the same year. Ooh, how fascinating. Oh, man. Nintendo versus Sega once again, except this time it's not Nintendo. It's not Mario versus Sonic. It's Link versus Sonic. Kind of fascinating because Sonic did have a Zelda collaboration in Sonic Lost World. Yeah, for the Wii U. It's going to be interesting to say the least. All right, so okay, so I don't need to share that article. Now I can remove that and then share the this phone's going Legend of Zelda film. Okay, hang on a minute. Right after the stage. All right, here we go. Okay, so the movie was first announced in November 2003 and is being produced in partnership with Sony Motion Pictures Group with Wes Ball, who made The Maze Runner and The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Okay, directing. Okay. Tom Rothman from Sony has said that the project is motivated by Shigeru Miyamoto's strong vision for the series, and Ball has spoken a number of times promising an ambitious film, saying he believes fans are going to be happy with the adaptation. All right. A release date, cast, everything we know. So it's a Sony movie, right? The Mario movie was made in collaboration with Universal. I mean, Nintendo's got this collaboration going on with Nintendo in regards to theme parks and other merchandising and stuff like that. So I wonder. So this is gonna have to do with Sony. I just noticed that Sony, which is just like music bar things. I just noticed that. Right, let's see. What do we know? Okay, release date. When will the... Okay, we already know it's 2027, right? Director who's directing it, the same guy who made Maze Runner movies and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. People liked it. Other people said it wasn't as thought-provoking as the previous ones. Who is writing the Legend of Zelda movie script? Deadline has reported that Derek Connolly is writing the Legend of Zelda movie screenplay. Connolly... Sadly, not Billy Connolly. That would be funny. So you do a wee-wee, or perhaps a jobby. Jobby Weaker. Best known for his collaboration with filmmaker Colin Trevorrow. He has written screenplays for all 3 movies in the Jurassic World. Ooh, okay. Alongside Kong Skull Island. Okay. And the Detective Pikachu movie. Okay. Connolly has worked on the first draft of what would eventually become The Rise of Skywalker. Ooh, with Colin Trevorrow. The draft was titled Star Wars Duel of the Fates and would eventually be reworked when J.J. Abrams was brought on to direct. Ooh, okay. Okay. Red flag. Producer. Who is Avi Arad? Avi Arad is an Israeli American film producer who has worked extensively on licensed movies related to the Marvel IP through his company Arad Productions. Originally, he was the CEO of a now defunct company called Toy Biz before going on to found a teeny tiny entity called Marvel Studios. Okay, so lots of money's going into this. Okay. Examples of his work: Spider-Man 2, much beloved, X-Men Last Stand, Iron Man, Venom, Morbius. I don't think I would boast about him working on Morbius. It's Morbid time. His highest rated movie was Into the Spider-Verse. All right. And his worst being Bratz. Okay, then. Fair enough. Aaron also produced the Uncharted movie, the one with Tom Holland in it, and funnily enough, Nolan North as a cameo. Who is starring in the movie? We don't know the movie cast yet. It's unclear if casting rules for Link, Zelda, Ganondorf, and others have begun at this stage of the project. Hopefully, we won't have long to wait to find out. And they're going to reveal it in another Switch Direct thing, aren't they? There's recently been the last Direct presentation for Switch number 1. Going forward, there's going to be announcements and stuff like that for the second Switch console. Interesting. When asked about the possibility of playing Zelda in a live-action movie, the character's voice actor from Breath of the Wild, Patricia Somerset, said she would love to. Okay. All right. Okay. Is Nintendo directly involved with the Legend of Zelda movie? Yes. Nintendo is co-funding the Legend of Zelda movie with Sony Pictures Entertainment. Praise the Lord for that. More than 50% of the project will be financed by Nintendo, and Miyamoto stated that Nintendo will be heavily involved with the production. Okay, that's a relief. That is a relief. Does this mean Sony will assist with future Legend of Zelda games? Good Lord, no. All right. Sony Pictures is just funding it. That would be funny because, wait a minute, Sony and Nintendo. That means Nintendo is technically collaborating with PlayStation on this, on a technicality. But of course, you can't have Nintendo IP without Nintendo themselves going in. What are the previous rumors of Legend of Zelda movie? Oh, yeah, there have been rumors. There has been rumors. I mean, there's certainly been fan movies been made. All right, so that's good news. I'm glad to hear that Nintendo's getting heavily involved, because Nintendo being heavily involved with the Mario movie definitely elevated the quality of the Mario movie, with little detail in the background and just the amount of passion and love in the project. Like, if it wasn't for Nintendo's interference with the Mario movie, I don't think the Mario movie would have been as good as it was. Like, the Mario movie isn't really a masterpiece, but it was definitely a crowd pleaser. Besides, it's Mario. You don't really go into Mario expecting like a Game of Thrones type of plot. It's Mario. It's meant to be all fun and goofy and lighthearted. Like, what's not to love about Mario, unless your younger sibling just won't shut up about it? I know someone who had to put up with that for a long time. I mean, that's it in regards to the rumors. Rumor has it, rumor. I've heard other rumors that it's gonna be made into a trilogy. So that's got me thinking, okay, so what kind of trilogy are we going for here? Are we going for like a Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings type of trilogy where it's the one story put into 3 parts, establishing every single part of the quest? If so, maybe the best approach would be Ocarina of Time. I think that would be a good approach. Ocarina of Time definitely has a lot of potential for epic film adaptation, given its structure and the pacing and themes. Or maybe they're going to make a trilogy of movies based on different games from the series. So perhaps they could go something like Ocarina of Time number 1, Majora's Mask for number 2, and then something like maybe Twilight Princess or Breath of the Wild is number 3. Maybe they're going to go for a sort of Breath of the Wild kind of trilogy where they have that warrior style game as the prequel, then Breath of the Wild is the middle bit, and then Tears of the Kingdom as the third one. We'll have to wait and see. Also, just quickly wanted to bring up a topic which is being widely spread across the internet. And that is the fact that Hayao Miyazaki said in 2016 that he considers AI an abomination to life, and that the more people depend on it, the more people lose themselves. It's quite interesting because, of course, 9 years later from what he said, we're in this day and age where there's official movie studios and people online who are increasingly finding themselves more clingy and dependent on AI as a shortcut for art's visual effects. But that's, of course, very lazy. And the use of AI makes the overall presentation just look plastic and fake. Like, you can easily tell the difference between organic, authentic effort in regards to special effect, whether it be practical or CGI, or even with drawn art. Like, you can tell when something was painstakingly made, or if someone just made a shortcut. I mean, certainly, I should note that Miyazaki did go out of his way to portray a friendly robot in Castle in the Sky, so that's technically showcasing AI in a positive light. So just keep that in mind. I personally believe that AI is a tool, nothing more, nothing less. It can be used for good or for evil. It just depends on how we use it. I would not recommend using AI as a shortcut for your art. I would recommend making your art and visual effects from the ground up. Don't use CGI as... Sorry. Do use CGI. Sorry. I meant to say, don't use AI as a shortcut. You can use CGI. You can use practical effects. You can use organic art from the ground up, but just don't use AI. It's a shortcut. It just looks fake. AI has its purposes for other things, like finding out information with the likes of ChatGPT as a resource for learning and things like that. I've seen AI be used for good. And certainly AI is used in video games. Certainly Studio Ghibli approved of using, AI input for the Ni no Kuni games. So there's that to take into consideration. So it really depends on how it's used, how it's implemented. So don't use AI to build stuff from the ground up. Use AI to help you with information and stuff like that. But you need to depend on organic input, CGI, practical effects, all that stuff. So there's my take on the topic. Also, just wanted to briefly cover something which really shouldn't surprise anybody. But I'm going to eat my dark chocolate cashews from the grape tree shop and drink some nice healthy tea as I show you something that's been happening as of lately. Oh, man. All right, take it away, Dave.
All right, folks, we have weekend 2 data for Snow White at the box office. And yeah, as you might imagine, it just gets worse for Disney. In fact, it's so bad that Snow White has now dropped into second place below Jason Statham's new movie, A Working Man. A Working Man now stands at the top spot of the US box office, having earned $15.2 million in the US on its opening weekend and a total of $30 million worldwide. And most importantly, it only had a budget of $40 million. Far.
So there you go. Thank you very much, Dave, for that information. Man, things are not looking well for Disney there. It's not looking good for a lot of Disney company. And the thing is, we all saw this coming. I literally made a video several years ago talking about why this live-action Snow White remake was inevitably going to fail. Its failure was inevitable. I made 2 videos. One talking about why Snow White still holds up after all these years, and I followed that up with another video saying why exactly why the other Snow White is going to fail. Let's see if I can find it. It should be here somewhere. Okay, it's here somewhere. Just thought I'd bring it up. Probably skim past it. Ah, here it is. Right. I even got a comment from Evan Prince saying Disney constantly taking the L's. Yeah, absolutely. X's and the O's, they haunt me like a ghost. Like, look at this. I titled the video Snow White and the reason why the remake will suck. Like, I talked at length about it in this video as I was making this nice painting there. And I told you so. I told you it was going to suck. I told you. I told you so. I just thought I'd point that out. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing it. All right. You know what I'm thinking about right now? There's this joke in this film called Romeo and Juliet. And there's this talking statue of William Shakespeare. And one of the phrases he says that the movie is, "Told you so." And he says this to Romeo in regards to how these events remind him of the Romeo and Juliet tragedy that he wrote, and how that ended in a tragedy. So when the events play out just as he wrote, he comments back, "Told you so." And then by the end of the movie, there's this big epic battle climax, and then there's this explosion that happens, and then we cut to William Shakespeare back in the park, looking back at the explosion, and then just going, "Told you so." I think it was voiced by Patrick Stewart. So, yeah. That's basically all that I wanted to discuss. Basically. I mean, it wasn't really a long live stream, but if you wanted to go back to previous discussions, let me know. So, does anyone want to say something in the comments in regards to previous discussions being made? Or is it not? I think there's like a therapy session. You can say anything, or maybe not. You could just watch me eating these cashews. I'd recommend the Grape Tree shop if you haven't been to, or some shop similar to that. They got great offers for healthy alternatives for snacks, as well as vitamins to improve your well-being. I think I really need this on right now. It's been quite sunny here. Spring is definitely here. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. You wanna know how to do that? You click, click, boom, 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 click, click, boom. You see what I'm doing? Just thought I'd show that off. So now you know how to do it. First, whoever's watching, do you want to say hello? These are really good. I don't really eat crisps these days. I mean, there's rare occasions like recently where someone gave me these garlic bread flavored crisps. Like I had them; they taste great, but other than that, no, I don't really eat crisps that much. I eat nuts instead of crisps. The reason why is because crisps, they just have empty calories. And they don't really do your body any favor. But nuts, they're rich in protein, they're rich in fiber, and these ones particularly are coated in dark chocolate, which is good for your blood, and for getting rid of antioxidants. Very healthy stuff. Fun fact. I know there are people who smoke cigarettes because they want to numb out from life, but I've encountered people at the gym who are trying to get rid of that addiction. And they find that a good alternative to smoking is going to the steam room. I love the steam room. Oh, I could just sit in that place for hours on end. Just bask in just breathing in steam that enriches the lungs. Although there was this one time when I ate something garlic in advance, and then when I went to the steam room, I started sweating garlic, and then the whole place smelled of garlic. Worth it. Oh man. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Just checking out my content. My recent video based on the Seventh Seal seemed to have gotten a lot of positive reception. I think it's got the potential to really help people out in a pretty profound way. Had that feedback already. I'm glad to have made that kind of impact. I'm glad. Man, I just love eating these. My Snow White 2025 review has gotten a lot of views. And stay tuned for tomorrow. You're going to be in for quite a fun little thing. Oh, yeah. I should mention one other thing. Avengers Doomsday has been announced, but honestly, the recent phases have done such a poor job at continuing a story arc compared to previous phases. Like, no one really cares anymore. Like, is there anyone who would dare to care to stare at the chairs? It was a 5-hour live stream of just the chairs with the actors' names on them, and then Robert Downey Jr., who was at the end of the. Of course, it's probably on a loop, but it was obviously there just to hype things up. They really should have planned carefully in advance for that kind of thing. Otherwise, they wouldn't really be in the predicament that they're. All right, I think that's more than enough. So, if there's anything you want to say, bring it up in the comment section, and hopefully we'll see what life has to offer, I guess. Stay sober, stay vigilant. Keep up the good work, brethren. Yeah, that was it. It's not a very long live stream, but hey, at least I kept whoever was watching entertained. All right. Yeah, that should be it. Scott Slinker signing out. God be with you, everybody.